Mm. Okay, so last class we were solving this problem. Okay, so we were in the middle of this problem. Okay, so I will once again start from the beginning so that it will be a recall for you. You can remember what we have discussed. So this is a mechanical rotational system which has been given to us. We have to determine the differential equations, okay, for the given mechanical system, and we have to determine the torque voltage and torque current, analogous circuits, their mesh and nodal equations. So initially whenever system is given to us, we must see how many nodes are there. Okay, so if you observe here, there are two nodes, J1 node and J2 node are there. Okay, and for each node you have to draw the free body diagram. Okay, you have to draw the free body diagram, and you have to apply Newton's second law to determine the uh, relation between the applied torques and the opposing torques. Okay, so in order to equate the sum of the opposing torques and sum of the applied torques. Okay, according to Newton's law, you have to equate them. So two nodes are there, J1, J2. Okay, we have already discussed. That's why I will briefly explain you. So there are two nodes. System is slow. There are two nodes. So let us assume angular displacement at those two nodes are theta 1, theta 2. Angular velocities are omega 1 and omega 2 at these nodes. Okay. So this is the free body diagram at node 1. Okay, we have already discussed the free body diagrams. That's why I will not redraw. Okay, and according to Newton's second law, applied torque is tau T here. Opposing torques are these Tj1, Tb1, Tk1. Okay, so to substitute the differential equations, you will get equation number 1. Okay, similarly, let us go for at node 2, applied torque is 0, opposing torques are Tj2, Tb2, Tk2, Tk1. Okay, so these are the differential equations at these nodes. Okay, so substitute these equations according to Newton's second law. Opposing torques are equal to the applied torque. Applied torque is 0 here. Okay. Why my cursor is not visible? Okay. So these are the opposing torques. This is the applied torque. Okay. So applied torque is 0 here, no applied torque. Okay. So sum of the opposing torques equal to the 0. The opposing torques are, you just represent them with their differential equations. Okay. So you will get this equation, consider it as equation number 2. Okay. So system is very slow. So let us replace the angular displacement by angular velocity. You know angular velocity omega equal to d theta by dt. Okay. So if you if you differentiate this angular velocity d omega by dt, you will get d square theta by dt square. You will get this equation. If you integrate this, if you integrate this angular velocity and if you integrate both sides, then you will get theta equal to integral of omega dt. Okay, substitute these terms in the above two equations, equation number 1 and 2. Okay, if you substitute, you will get these two equations. Okay, why I am not writing here? Why? Because we have already discussed all these things. Okay, you already know. Okay, that's why I am not writing here. Okay, you'll get in terms of angular velocity, you will get these equations. Okay, these two equation number 3 and 4. Okay, so now torque voltage analogous circuit. Okay, so from the table, Okay, so we have taken basic circuits, basic circuit of electrical, series circuit, RLC series circuit, and basic mechanical rotational circuit, and we have derived the relation between the terms. We know the analogous terms. Now, torque is analogous to voltage. Okay, torque is analogous to voltage. J is analogous to L, omega is analogous to current, B is analogous to R, K is analogous to 1 by C. So whenever it is mentioned 1 by C, that means C should be connected in series. That you must remember. Okay, so I think this analogous circuit I have taken one slide and I have explained you. This circuit also is already we have discussed about how this circuit is plotted. We have already discussed. Okay, after plotting this circuit, we must apply Kirchhoff's voltage law in each loop. Two loops are there. Since there were two nodes, you will get two loops. Okay, so two loops are there. Okay, so in loop 1, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, so apply voltage is equal to the voltage across each and every element. That voltage across in inductor L1 D1 d by dt of I1, across resistor R1 I1, across capacitor, a capacitor is in the loop. Okay, this is loop 1, this is loop 2, capacitor is in both the loops. Okay, so I1 is 1 integral of I1 minus I2 equal to V of t. Okay, similarly, let us consider 2 in this loop 2, there is no source. Therefore, the sources in loop is 0. Okay, so what else is there? L2 is there, R2 is there, C2 is there, and C1 is there. So L2 di voltage equation. Okay, L2 di2 by dt. Voltage across resistor R2 I2, voltage across capacitor 1 by C2, integral of I2 dt, voltage across the capacitor C1 which is in between these two loops. So C1 integral of 2 minus I1 of dt equal to 0. Okay. Now compare 5, 6 with 3, 4. Okay, with there is 3, 4. Compare 5, 6 with 3 and 4. Both the equations will be similar. Okay, both the equations will be similar. Now let us go for torque current analogous circuit. Okay, so let us take the actual circuit. Whatever circuit is given to us, mechanical rotational system, whatever circuit system that is given, mechanical rotational system, I'm copying it. I'm copying it. I'm inserting a slide here. Okay, I'm pasting it here. Okay, and I will take the electrical circuit and I will paste it here. Okay, now, so what is analogous to what? So torque is analogous to what? I of t. Okay, so torque is analogous to I of t. I will increase the volume. Since torque is analogous to I of t, so initially write draw the current source. Torque is analogous to I of t. So draw the current source. Okay, next, what is analogous to say? J is analogous to just if you remember the table, you can easily write it down. J is analogous to the capacitor. Okay, C1. Okay, C1 means it is not analogous to 1 by C1. It is analogous to C1. Okay, so since it is analogous to C1, you must draw C1 in parallel. So how many nodes are there? J1 and J2. Two nodes are there. Okay, since there are two nodes, first of all, mention those two nodes. Okay, so here the node voltage V1 and V2 mention. Okay, node voltages are analogous to the current. Here it is not shown. Okay, it is not shown. Okay. Okay, so node voltages. Okay, first initially mention the node voltages. Okay, so mention the node voltages. After mentioning the node voltages, okay, from current source, which is analog to torque. Okay, yes, you mention the node voltage. Okay, okay, and capacitor J analogous to capacitance. C directly analogous to C, not 1 by C. Therefore, C1 is parallel. Next what it is? B1. B1 is analogous to 1 by R. 1 by R means must connect in parallel. So from the node connector resistor in parallel. Okay, that's all. These three terms J1, B1, T are over. Okay, T. This is J1. Here is my pen. So, okay, so this is T. Okay, so what is J1? J1 is C. Okay, this is J1. R is B. Okay, now, so in between J1 and J2, K1 is there. What is K1? K1 is 1 by L1. Okay, inductor between V1 and V2. Okay, just draw L1. This is nothing but K1. Okay, next to at this node. Okay, at this node, what are the terms are there? J2 is there. What is J2? J2 is C2. So connect, this is J2. J2 connect C2 in parallel. Why parallel? Why? Because it is directly analog to not one C2. That's why. Okay, next, what is it? That is B2. B2 is analogous to 1 by R2. 1 by R2 means we must connect in parallel. Next, what is it? K2. K2 is analogous to L2. So connect L2 in parallel. Okay. This is B2. This is K2. Okay. I hope you have understood. Anybody is unable to understand? Okay. If anybody is unable to understand, just inform me. Okay. If anybody is unable to understand, just you can unmute yourself and you can ask me. I will explain it to you. Okay. So here in the case of okay, node voltage. Node voltage is analogous to angular velocity. Okay, node voltage is analogous to angular velocity. Okay, so I am deleting this slide. I hope you have understood how to draw this. Okay, I am deleting this slide. Okay, so this is our circuit. This is what you have got. Now we have two nodes here. Okay, so two nodal equations will get. Okay, since two nodes are there, two nodal equations you will get. Okay, so I'm taking a pen here. So let's assume this is the entering current. Okay, these are the leaving current. Okay, at node 1. Okay, at node 1 means at node V1. Okay, at node 1, let us call it as node 1. This I will call it as node 2. Okay, so here at node 1, okay, let us assume I of t is the entering current, all these three are the leaving currents. Okay, so current at C1 dV1 by dt, current at R1 is V1 by R1, and current at L1 is in between node 1 and node 2. Okay, so L, where is my pen? 1 by L1 integral of V1 minus V2 dt equal to the entering current. Leaving current is equal to entering current according to Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, according to Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, so if you go to the next node 2, according to Kirchhoff's current law, here no source are not there. No source is connected at node 2. Okay, So let us assume all the currents are either entering the node or all the currents are either leaving the node. Your wish, whatever you want. Okay, your wish. You can consider either all the currents are entering the node or all the currents are leaving this node. Okay, so I am considering all the currents are entering the node. So from algebraic sum of all the currents entering node 2, that is V2, is equal to 0. Okay, I will take a snapshot. I will open my video. Okay, I will take snapshot. Okay. Just now 60 members were there. Now it has converted to 63. I don't know why. Okay, close the video. We'll continue. Sorry. We'll continue the class. Okay, the currents are entering. So current at node, current entering through C2 at node 2 is C2 dV by V2 by dt. Okay. Next V2 by R2. Next 1 by L2 integral of V2 dt. Next 1 by L1 integral of V2 minus V1 dt equal to 0. Now compare this equation number 8 with your mechanical system equations. Okay, differential equations which you have got for the mechanical system. Okay, so 1 minute. Okay, some or the other mistake will be there. So okay, this is my first problem. Okay, ma. If you compare, those three equations will be similar. That's all. So you have to write that statement. Okay. So that's all. The problem is what anybody. If you have any doubt, just ask me. Okay. Anybody, if you have any doubt, ask me. Okay. If no doubts, I'll proceed for the next problem. Okay. We'll solve one more problem. Okay. So in this this is given problem, that is in this problem there are, if you observe, there are three nodes are there, J1, J2, J3. Okay, three nodes are there. Definitely we will get three differential equations. Okay, by applying Newton's second law. Okay, so at node 1, okay, applied torque is T. Applied torque is T. Opposing torques are due to J1, K1 and B1. So if I want to draw the free body diagram, okay, I can draw like this at node 1 at J1. So angular velocity at J1 is theta 1, angular velocity at J2 theta 2, sorry, angular displacement at J1 is theta 1, angular displacement at J2 is theta 2, angular displacement at J3 is theta 3. Angular velocity is omega 1, omega 2 and omega 3. Okay, you can see here. Okay. So these are the nodes, these are the displacements and these are the velocities. Okay, so I am considering the free body diagram at node 1. Okay, J1. This is the free body diagram at node 1. Okay, this is the applied torque. Okay, so applied torque at node, node 1 is T. Angular displacement at node 1, let us assume it is theta 1. Theta 1 is the angular displacement. Okay. So what are all the opposing torques? Opposing torques are, I'll draw in the opposite direction. I'll draw in the opposite direction because, okay. So I'm drawing in the opposite direction. Drawing in the opposite direction, torque due to J1. Torque due to J1. Next, torque due to B1. Torque due to B1. Torque due to okay, these are all the opposing torques. Node 1, J1. Applied torque is T1. Angular displacement I am assuming as theta 1. Angular velocity I will assume as omega 1. Okay. So now let us go. So this is it. J1, B1, K1. Okay. So here B1 and K1 are in between. B1 and K1 are in between these two nodes. So B1, K1 have two free ends. B1 and K1 have two free ends. They are free to move on both sides. Okay, that we must consider. That's why torque due to K1 will be proportional to the angular displacement, differential angular displacement. Okay, differential angular displacement, and torque due to the friction bond will be proportional to the differential angular velocity. Okay, differential angular velocity. So according to Newton's second law, opposing will be equal to the applied torque. So substitute all the equations, you will get this equation number 1. Okay, now let us go to the next. Okay, next free body diagram at node 2. Free body diagram at node 2. So I'm drawing here. This is J2. Here applied torque is 0, no applied torque. So angular displacement is theta 2. Okay, so let us see how many opposing torques are there. One opposing torque is due to J2. Another opposing torque is due to K1. Another opposing torque is due to B1. Another opposing torque is due to B2. Okay, here I must use small letters. Okay. Another opposing torque is due to B2. Okay. So here 4 opposing torques are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Applied torque is 0 at node 2. Okay, this is the free body diagram at node 2. Okay, so let us go inside. So these are the 4 opposing torques. Okay, so they are differential equations. Okay, okay, these are the differential equations. Okay, so according to Newton's second law, opposing torque equal to the applied torque 0. So substitute all the equations. Here B2 is in between. B2 is in between node 2 and node 3. Okay. B2 is in between node 2 and node 3. B1 and K1 are between node 1 and node 2. That you must remember. You must keep it in your mind while writing the differential equations. Okay. So B2 is in between node 2 and node 3. That's why differential angular velocity and differential angular velocity, differential angular displacement. Okay. So this is our equation at node 2. Now let's go for node 3. Could you be diagram of the given mechanical rotational system at node 3. Okay, so I can draw. Let me see where I can draw. I will draw here. I hope this is visible to you people. This is J3. Okay. So here in this case, the applied torque here is no applied torque. So angular displacement, I will assume it as theta 3. Okay. And opposing torque T J 3. Okay. Next T B 2. Next T K 3. TB2 TK 3. Okay, this is the free body diagram at node 3. Okay, so no applied torque. Okay, so node 3. Okay, these are the three opposing torques. So angular displacement theta 3. Okay, according to Newton's second law, opposing torque is equal to the applied torque. Okay, so you will get this equation. Okay, so here only B2 is in between node 3 and node 2. Okay, K3 is one end of K3 is connected to reference. Okay, so this is what you will get. These are the three equations of the mechanical rotational system in terms of angular displacement. Now you have to replace this displacement by angular velocity. So you know how to replace the displacement by angular velocity. Okay, so substitute these terms in the above three equations 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so three equations. So mechanical three equations you have got 1, 2 and 3. You just substitute them, you will get equation number 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So here we have written many equations. I have written we have whatever the problems that we have solved till now, and many problems I have written the I have substituted. I have written. So I'm not writing here because we have discussed this many a times. Okay. So let us go for torque voltage analogous circuit. So these are all the analogous terms. Okay. So these are all the analogous terms. Okay, so I'm taking the actual system, mechanical system that is given. I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy this. Where is my torque voltage analogous circuit? I will insert a slide here and I will just paste it. I will write it here and I will take this. Okay, and I will paste it here. Okay, I'm expanding this. Okay, so you can compare these two now easily. You can compare these two circuits, so mechanical system and electrical system, mechanical and electrical system. So torque is analogous to voltage. Okay, torque is analogous to voltage. Okay, I'm taking a pen. So torque. This is analogous to voltage. So draw a current source. Okay, so here three nodes are there. You will have three loops that you must remember. Okay, three nodes are there. You will have three loops. Okay, three nodes means three loops will be there. Okay, so source voltage. Okay, next J1. What is J1? J1 is analogous to L1, not 1 by. Okay, so connect L1 in series to this. Okay, so if J1 is analogous to 1 by L1, you must connect L1 parallel to the voltage source. Okay, Now simply connect in series. Okay, this is in series. Both are in series now. Next. Next, if you observe, K1 and B1 are between J1 and J2. Okay, in between loop 1 and loop 2. Okay, in between loop 1 and loop 2, K1 and B1 are there. So what is K1? K1 is 1 by C1. 1 by C1 means it should be in series. So K1 will be in series with B1. Okay, what is K1? C, capacitor. 1 by C1. Capacitor is in series with B1 is R1. Okay, B1 is R1. Okay, B1 is analogous to R1. So capacitor and resistor should be in series in between loop 1 and loop 2. Okay, loop 1 and loop 2. Okay, that's all over. Now next it is J2. Okay, what is J2? J2 is analogous to L2. Okay, so draw J2 is L2. K1 is this capacitor. B1 is resistor. That you remember. Okay, that you remember. If you must know how to draw, you must practice so that you will get clear idea. Okay, next in between J2 and J3 means in between loop 2 and loop 3. What is it? B2. B2 is R2. Okay, B2 is nothing but R2. Okay, B2 is R2. Okay, next what is it? J3. J3 is L3. J3 is analogous to L3. Okay. Next, what is left over? K3. K3 is connected to this J3 and there is a reference. Okay. So K3 is capacitor. Okay. Okay. If it is not 1 by C3, if K3 is analogous to 1 by C3, if it is not 1 by C3, if K3 is analogous to, actually K3 is analogous to 1 by C3. Okay, if K3 is analogous to C3, if it is like this, then I might have connected capacitor C3 like this. Okay, there is no capacitor here. There is no capacitor here. I might have connected C3 parallel to L3. If it is this, it is not the case, so it is not the case. Okay, so if it is like that, I might have connected like this. Okay, so that if you remember, you can solve the problems very easily. Okay, so whenever I am solving or drawing like this, people better what you do is you just open the slide of your tables and you just look into that. I think you won't have that table, but if you have the textbook, you can refer. Okay, so this is it. Okay, I'm erasing this slide. I'm removing this slide. If anybody has any doubt, you can ask me. If no doubts, no problem. I'll proceed. Okay, so this is our circuit. Okay, so you have 3 loops here. So apply Kirchhoff's voltage law. Okay, apply Kirchhoff's voltage law and write down the equations here. So in loop 1, okay, in loop 1 there is a voltage source. So according to Kirchhoff voltage law, so algebraic sum of source voltages equal to the algebraic sum of voltage drops in the loop. Okay, so voltage across in loop 1, L1 is there, C1 is there, R1 is there. C1 and R1 are in between loop 1 and loop 2. Okay, that you must keep in your mind and write down this voltage balance equation. Okay. Okay, similarly, voltage balance equation for loop 2. There is no source in this loop 2, C1, R1, L2 and R. Voltage across each element, you just write it down, equated to 0. In loop 3 also, there is no voltage source. So, voltage balance equation here, L is C3, R2, L3, C2, C3, R2. Voltage equation, just write it down. Equate 7, 3, 8 with equation number 4, 5, 6. Both the equations will be similar. Okay, similarly, let us go for torrent equation. Okay, So these are the relationships. If you remember these relationships are analogous terms for current, velocity, voltage, angular velocity, voltage. If you remember those terms, you can easily draw the electrical circuit. Okay. So let us take the mechanical circuit. I will take the mechanical circuit. Where is it? Okay. So I will copy this. Okay, I'm inserting a slide here. Control V. So this is it. Okay, this is my electrical circuit. Control V. Okay, these two are my circuits now. So if I know the analogous terms, then I can easily draw the circuits. How many nodes are here? 3 nodes are there. So since there are 3 nodes in the given mechanical system, there will be 3 nodes in the electrical system. Okay, so node 1, node 2, and node 3. 3 nodes are there. Okay, 3 nodes are there. Now torque is analogous to current source. Draw a current source and connect it to the node. Okay, next J1. J1 is analogous to C1. Okay, so J1 is not analogous to 1 by C1. If J1 is analogous to 1 by C1, you might have connected capacitor here in series to this current source, but it is analogous to C1. So connect C1 parallel to I1 of t, not I1, not I of t. Connect C1 parallel to I of t. Okay, connect C1 to this node. Okay, that's all. Up to J1 and T are over. Now, in between J1 and J2 means node 1 and node 2, V1 and V2, K1 and B1 should be connected. What about K1? K1 is analogous to, okay, 1 by L1 and B1 is analogous to 1 by R. So K1 is analogous to 1 by L1, B1 is analogous to 1 by R1, means both the elements should be connected in parallel. Okay, connect R1 and L1 in parallel. Okay, connect R1 and L1 in parallel. Okay. In parallel in between V1 and V2. Next. J2 is what? J2 is analogous to C2. Okay. So J2, C2. Connect C2 to node 2. In between node 2 and node 3, B2 is there. What is B2? B2 is analogous to R2. So simply connect R2 in between V2 and V3. What is J3? J3 is analogous to C3. Okay. Connect C3 to this node. K3. K3 is what? K3 is 1 by L3. So 1 by L3 means it should be connected in parallel to this J3. So connect L3 in parallel to J3. Okay. So after connection, draw a line here. And if you want, you can mention reference 0 volts. If you want, you can mention even if it is not visible. Okay, it is not visible. It's okay. So this is my circuit. If you have any doubts, you can ask anybody. You can unmute yourself and you can ask. I'm deleting this slide. Okay. I'm deleting this slide. If you have doubts, you can ask me. I have deleted. Okay. Saving. Now this is my electrical circuit, torque, current, electrical analogous circuit. Now I must write down the nodal equations. Since 3 nodes are there, I will get 3 nodal equations here at node 1. Okay. So let us consider at node 1. Okay. At node 1, there is a current source connected to node 1. So I will assume current is entering through this current source towards the node and current is leaving. Okay. Current is leaving to C1, to R1 and L1. So you will get total 3 leaving currents and 1 entering. So entering current equal to leaving currents at node 1. Leaving currents. So C1 dV1 by dt plus V1 minus V2 by R1, 1 by L1 integral of V1 minus V2 dt. They will get equation number 10. Let us assume. Okay. And node 2. I will assume all the currents are entering the node 2. Okay, all the currents are entering the node 2. Okay, so and all the currents are entering at node 2. Here 4 voltages. Source current is 0. So 4 voltages due to C2, due to R1, due to R2, and due to L1. Okay, 4 nodal voltages. You just write it down. You know how to write the nodal voltages and all. You just write it down and equate it to 0. Similarly, at node 3, you can consider all the currents either entering or leaving. I am considering all the currents are entering. Here only 3 currents are there. Okay, only 3 currents are there which are entering at node 3. Okay, so current due to C3, current due to R2, current, okay, not due to current, that is, okay, current entering the node due to C3, due to R2, and due to L2. Okay, or current in C3, R2, or L3. Okay, so it is equal to 0. Okay, so up source current is 0 there. Okay, now we have got 3 equations. Equate them with the mechanical equations. Okay, so and you will observe that all these equations are similar to each other. Okay, if anybody has any doubt, you can ask. I am concluding this topic here. Okay, I am concluding this topic here. We will go for next topic in the next class. Anybody, if you have any doubts, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and you can ask.